It's no secret that homes can become quickly messy when you have a young family. So today I'm sharing 4 organization tips that we used as young parents. I'm April Perry and welcome to LearnDoBecome.com. We help people who are drowning in the details of life to create simple systems so they can do what matters most. So first, we reduced the clutter that actually came into the home by having a rule of no impulse buys. The reason this helped us is because often we would go to the store and our children would ask for everything, even if they had their own money they wanted to spend, but we would end up with a lot of trinkets and junk and just stuff all over the house. So this one rule made a big difference. Instead, when we got to the store, we all had a list and we'd sit in the car before we even went in and said, okay, what's on your list? What have you saved your money to buy? What are we getting today? And this applied to me as well. What are our wants? What are our needs? And what are we actually going to have in our hands when we leave the store? Now, every time we went in the store, the children would see something that they were excited about. So I would take pictures of them holding the different items. I would actually put them in an Evernote that I had for each child. Your wish list. Let's just put the pictures in here. And then if our children still were thinking about those items, wanted to save up for the items, and wanted to buy them in the future with their money, they could do so. But no impulse buys made a huge difference. Second, we had something called 5-year boxes. So for each of our 4 children, they receive 1 box for every 5 years of their life that they're here at home. So that's a total of 4 banker boxes for each of our children. What was beautiful about this is as they had a box, for 0 to 5, 6 to 10, etc., when they had an art project or a medal or a card, from a grandparent or something that was really special to them, they could keep it in that little box of treasures. If it ever got too full, we would encourage them to take photos of the things that they could then donate or discard, and then they would just keep the things that mattered most. Number 3, we had a lot of discussions and charts, and maybe it was overkill, but I found that when we had conversations about our challenges and then we would brainstorm solutions, typically we could come up with some kind of a system that would enable the house to run smoothly without a lot of yelling or fighting or complaining. We had a chart for kitchen jobs, general home cleaning, and laundry folding. A chart for who got to sit where in the car because we would kind of rotate that each month. We had a chart where we tracked their seeing need points, where if they took initiative and if they noticed something that needed to be done, they would get little points for that. And one of my favorites was we had the I'd love to jar, where if they responded to a request with I'd love to, they'd get to put a little pom-pom in the jar, and we had some kind of a reward we were working towards. Now, whether you use charts or an I'd love to jar or something like that, totally up to you. Ideally, I just wanted everyone to just behave and for the whole family to get along, but I found having something visual, something that we would talk about together, it just made a difference and helped us be able to keep things moving in a really positive way. The 4th tip is to just be okay if your house doesn't look like a catalog. For example, our son used to make his bed like this here in this photo, and I was always a little stressed because I wanted my house to look just like it did, in the catalogs, in the magazines, and sometimes I would send him back and say, no, go make the bed the way I want you to. And I found that if I could appreciate our children's efforts and not worry so much about everything looking a certain way, it just helped me relax more, it helped them relax more. But sometimes we start to get a little bit, we kind of lean towards having this vision of perfection and having everything look a certain way, rather than the relationships and how things actually feel in the home. I just want to note that even a messy or disorganized home can be filled with a lot of love. I was raised in a home that really didn't have really a lot of systems at all, and I had lots of piles and lots of mess, but there was a lot of love. And we had a great experience growing up. So it's not that the house has to be organized or has to look a certain way, but I have found that if you can create systems that alleviate your stress so you are more present, you enjoy your family, and especially if you can ask the question, how can we create a system that does create order but also helps build relationships, you're going to find that you feel really happy and have a lot of joy in your family. And then as you have this organized home where you get to spend time together and build those relationships and bring in your friends and create those memories, as you look back, we're just about empty nesters now, you realize that it's those people. It's your family that really matters. So thanks for being here with us at Learn to Become. I hope that our other videos, as we teach you how to build a command central and how to be more, productive and organized, can be helpful for you as we remember to put those relationships as our top priority. We'll see you soon at learntobecome.com.